walk as the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.
Hello good people and welcome to another episode of Dad's Drafts, especially my one new subscriber. It's great to have you here. Now we get right into this draft. The last video I uploaded was a review about how my predictions were, and I made some mistakes, but I also was right quite a few times. So I think I'm on the right course. Now all I need to do now is master the set, which will of course require some playing, but anyway. If you have any tips for me, if you want to let me know if I did something wrong, any advice is welcome. And let's get right into this draft. And as always, feel free to click some of those buttons, but you know, that's with every player. We have a rare, which I think is one of the better rares in the set. Might be the best black rare in the set, I'm not actually sure. It's a 4/4 lifelinker for 4, already decent. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal damage to a player, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So if you play this before combat, you swing with a death touch creature or with a flyer, whatever. Good stuff. But it even has more. Void. At the beginning of your end step, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. So that's an artifact trigger. It's a cheap creature, or free creature actually. This kind of reminds me of the, what was she called in the Outlaws of Thunder Junction? There was Gisela or something, I think it was. But I think this one is actually better. So I'm definitely trying to get into black. Very strong pack here. Banishing Light, Focus Fire, Embrace Oblivion, Circus Feeder. I'm already in black, so I definitely want to stay there. And I think the best card of this is the Circus Feeder. So I'm definitely taking that. If it wasn't here, I would take the Embrace Oblivion, because this goes well into any black deck. And otherwise I would have taken the Banish Light, because maybe at some point we might end up in black-white. I would not force it per se, so I don't think the first few picks dictate what I'm going to play. But if I were you, I would also try and stall picking your second color for as long as you can, as long as there are decent cards in the pack. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, draw a card. Now I don't know if green-black does something with counters, but in of itself it is a 3/3 with potential upside, and we are still very early in the draft, so I could end up with some stuff which does something with counters. Now I think people are waking up to the Ice Cave Crasher, so I don't think it will come around. And I don't care about this one too much. I think I'll go to the Eulogist. Man, imagine English was your main language. Anyway, something else that also cares about counters. When this creature becomes tapped, get a land token. So that's good with, you know, tapping it in another way. When land you control enters, put a +1 counter on this creature. So we have something with counters, we're getting there, but so far mostly black, or at least top end cards, 4 mana mostly, but I think this is a decent card, and we could see if we could end up in something black-green. Silencer, I don't think we will get many artifacts. I think I'm going for the Dirgecraft. It is okay, it might actually be pretty good, especially because we can of course station it with this dude, which will be good. But the thing you actually want to do most with this is try to make it enter the battlefield again. And there are ways in white and also in red, but we've not seen anything as such. Lab Ship. It's interesting that it's still here very late. Blue seems very open, so we could end up in blue-black instead. But I like the green that we're going so far. And there's this Burst, which is one of the best green tricks in the book. And it puts a counter. Now I don't want to focus too much on just anything with counters, but this is good nonetheless. So I'll take it. But of course we're going to need some 2-drops here. There's another Decode Transmissions. This is the third one we could have had. Don't really care about this Mechan. I'm going to take the Crasher. Definitely. Now, It's too bad that it's a sorcery. So I'll take the Sky Singer as a 3-drop. It pretty much blocks any spaceship thing, or pretty much any. But I'm not seeing any, or at least many 2-drops. There's one, I'll take it. Now of course it's not the best 2-drop, but I think it's, wow. I think it's obvious that we're going into black-green. I said it probably wouldn't happen, but it did happen. Now I think we're good on 4-drops. Sentry is actually pretty decent as a thing to station, but also reasonable stuff to sacrifice if needed. But of course the Defender makes your whole deck less aggressive. Okay, so we are in the right colors. Let's see what else we can get. There's this one. It ends with the +1 comes on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast this. So if you spend 3 mana, it's a 3/4. When you attack, you may remove +1 from each of the 2 target creatures. If you do, draw a card. Okay. Well, the unfortunate thing is that we have to splash for it. And I do like my black so much that I want to try and avoid it. There's also this Godmaw, which I think is the pick here. But this also means that we want to keep our eyes open for some lander token stuff. Yeah, that's an okay late game card. Return then 2 target lands. So if we have some self-mill, it's actually pretty good. But we don't have any ways, I think, so far to put any lands into the graveyard. So it's not that good for us yet. So I'll just take the depressurize. Maybe it will come around. But I would like to get some self-mill before I take a card like that. Graphkill, very late. What do you do? Oh, I played against this. It was an absolute beast. A potential 4 mana 5/7 is crazy. But I think I cannot pass on a Graphkill actually, and then I think we're good on removal. Otherwise, I hope the Gene Pollinator comes around because it will help us with the ramp that we are going to need. Mainly just looking for cheap ways to get lander tokens. This is a way which will be pretty decent, and it has a high win rate as well. So I'll take it here. But I think we're good on the top end. We're most and on the removal, by the way. We already have the Graphkill, we have the Depressurize, Embrace Oblivion, it's all good. Oh, I like ourselves an Edge Rover. Pick 5. Yeah. I also like the Thawbringer, but I think the Edge Rover is one of the best 1-drops in the game. Otherwise I would have taken the Thawbringer or maybe the Embrace Oblivion, but I'm just going for this one. And now I think we mostly need 2 and 3 drops. And of course, preferably something that does with counters. Or stuff to push through damage so that we can draw cards from the Acolyte. But so far, really liking what we have. There's another Burst. There's also this Grove Strider. Oh, Monoist is also good. Oh, this is going to be difficult. I just said we were pretty good on the top end. Grove Strider is very strong. There's also another Burst. Yeah, I'll take the Grove Strider. I was already out of time. Wow. I'm not even sure which is better to pick. We already have quite some creatures. I think with green and black being so open, we will be past more removal. So I'll take the... I'll take the Relations. I think this card is good. Where is it? This one. But I'm not sure if we have enough counter stuff to make it great, so I don't think I need another one. There's a Burst or a Pollinator. I think I'll go for the Burst. Curiosity is okay. Prefer not to play it. Well, it actually came around. Yeah, so now there's a Pollinator. It's all looking pretty decent. I'm not going to play the Fungal Dude. We already have a deck pretty much. I know this one is expensive. I'm not sure how good it is. You may play additional lands on each of your turns. You may play lands from a graveyard landfall when a land enters control. Wow, that's very strong. Yeah, I think it's what our deck needs. I think I have to cut one of the crashers, perhaps. But this is excellent. We have some graveyard returning. So yes, we'll play that. Curve is looking pretty terrible, to be honest. But so far the deck is amazing. I guess I won't play the Sentry. I think the Rover is better. We're not really doing the Void thing. This is not a good enough 2-drop for me to pick it highly. There's the Monoist or the Trajectory. I think I'm going to need the Monoist actually. It's difficult. Yeah, I think we need 3 drops a lot, so I'll just take the Monoist, and it's a good one actually. I'll take the Virus Beetle over the Swarm Color. Don't think I need another Gene Pollinator. Oh wow, so much black. Triple black, which is difficult. Choose one extra target creature planeswalker for 3 that's strong. Return up to 2 target creature planeswalkers from your graveyard to your hand. Wow, that is strong, but there's also this Monolith, which I know is very strong. So I'm definitely going to play the Monolith. It's great card advantage. It's also dangerous. I'm not sure if I told you, but during my 2-headed giant pre-release, my buddy used this on his own creature and then went to combat, and the opponent could have blocked with 20 damage, and if they did, which it didn't luckily, we would have lost 20 life and drawn 20 cards. And we would have lost. I'm not sure if we're doing the whole thing. But I think it's probably better than another 3-drop that I might have. I guess the Sky Stinker, we have a lot of removal. I need to cut 2 more things. Well, we have some ramp. It is a good finisher. Yeah, I'll take the craft ship. It has a self-mill that we need. I am going to need to do some cutting here. I don't think I care about the 2-drop too much. Okay, well, I think we won't be getting any good stuff that we already passed, unfortunately. So I think this is about it. I don't really care about the sacrifice thing. We don't have a lot of fodder. But we need to do 2 more cuts, which is pretty terrible. Yeah, I think when it becomes tapped, create a lander token is very strong. I don't think we need the Voidborn. I do need the Monolith. Okay, so I need to cut 1 more card. I usually play 16 cards, or what is it? 16 lands on MTG Arena. But we are very top heavy. So I think I need to cut 1 more. And it has to be a 4-drop, but that kinda hurts because I love all of them. For instance, the Explorer together with the Ice Cave Crasher is an amazing combination. I want to return stuff simply because we do have some self-mill by now, because of the, what is it, the craft ship? Maybe it's the Dirge Craft actually. Yeah. We don't have anything with artifacts. And 5 mana to sacrifice something and then having to crew a lot is not good for us, because I think our creatures are better. Wow, description, description, description. MTG Arena. You have some stuff to fix. Alright, game number 1. Yeah, it's not amazing. We have the stuff and removal with the Gene Pollinator. But of course I would like to draw some permanents. And of course it's another forest. Ooh, that's a strong one. We'll definitely depressurize that. When it dies or is put into exile while it has 4 power greater. Yeah, that's not happening. And I will just attack because, you know, it's not giving any mana because we don't have anything else. Would like to draw some self-mill here to make our weft better. But it's a bit slow. Circuit Feeder I think is good anyway, even if you don't have a lot of artifacts. And we have a graph kill for anything that he plays now. Okay. Oh man, we're drawing so many lands, it's very unfortunate. We also don't have anything to return at the moment. Yeah, we're just very unfortunate with not drawing any permanents. So it feels like an overkill, but I'm actually going to exile that because then it doesn't get a 2/2, but we really need to draw something. Oh my goodness. What is this? I already regret playing freaking 17 lands. Very flooded here. We've drawn 7. Yeah, I'm just going to chump. I think I need to reserve my life total and... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have because it's an artifact and now this can only kill his token. Okay. Well, it can still block, but this turn is very, very vulnerable. I am very vulnerable. Of course I can return it, but if he kills this and then swings, I think we're pretty much dead. If he doesn't kill this now, I'm definitely keeping up this burst anytime. But he's playing black, so I assume he has a lot of removal. Yeah, maybe that was too hasty blocking with the Pollinator. I could have taken 3 more. I would have been at 8. I'm not going to block. Also not going to attack, of course. I assume he has the... Oh, that is interesting. So we could wipe stuff next turn. Now I'm actually just going to block next turn with the burst up. I think if he has something, it's either a deal something damage to it. But it's going to be very close. If we can play the battleship, I think we're good. Yeah, they have to be permanent card, which is unfortunate. Let's see what he does. If it's something after combat. Okay, this is actually very good for us. He might have something else as well, but if this just resolves... Okay. Then we're not dead yet. But we'll be at 1. because of the sacrifice thing. I don't think I'm in a position to attack, because any removal does it. Yeah. Also, black has many other effects of just opponents loses a life and then we're also dead. So it's not looking good. Vigilance and haste. Okay. Menace. Oh, that's also deadly. I really need to find a land here to play the battleship. Especially if he just sacrifices something. Yep. Now he has lethal. It has to be a land from the top here. Oh, that's not enough, I think. I think it has to be the weft. And we'll return these two. Don't have any lands, unfortunately. I'll play the pollinator and hopefully double block next turn. The opponent's at 29 and I'm at 1. So the only thing we can do now is hope he doesn't have a removal spell, and otherwise we're dead. To be honest, we were quite flooded. And all we need to do, oh, he's still going wider. We have to find a land here. Oh man. Oh, why couldn't we just... And we miss. Man, this is just... Oh. So close. I mean, he's just going to swing with everything, of course, and then we lose. Yeah. Too flooded, and eventually when we did need the 8th mana, we didn't draw it. Yeesh. Okay. First loss. No biggie. Alright, well, the game disconnected, it kicked me out. I think the server is having some serious issues. I think we should all buy more gems so that they can fix the server issues, because I'm pretty sure that it's at the top of their priority. Again, little to no 2-drops. But we could draw one and there's a 3-drop. And we have the monolith for great card advantage. But if the opponent is very aggressive, I might regret keeping this hand. But let's at least hope not to be as flooded as the last game. Okay. Okay, well, that is a draw. Definitely playing this graph ship. Hopefully hitting a creature. Virus Beetle is okay. Now we could at some point kill and sacrifice that, of course. But I think at this point I'm going to play the Agrarian, even though the opponent goes quite aggressive. But he is stationing that boy big time, which I don't mind. I think I'm going to wait with that until next turn, because then we can crew this one up fully and swing with it. So we'll get a lander token. Maybe I sacrifice the lander token to kill the frigate. Oh, it's actually only 12. I thought it was 20. Wow. Okay. Well, I at least hope he taps out. He doesn't. Yeah, I think we can probably assume that he has nothing. We can sacrifice the lander token. Okay. And we'll just, it needs way more, unfortunately. But I think this is fine. We'll attack with some life gain. I'm not sure if there's a board wipe in these colors. Okay, so the graph ship has died it. He's not going to attack, I'm pretty sure. Stationing in would also be very, very risky, I think. I'll keep up the graph kill. I assume he doesn't want to block the edge rover. Yeah, let's just do this. I'm fine trading the edge rover, and if not, we'll draw a card and hopefully it's a land. And I just want to empty his board, but because if he does block, actually, like now, we will have way better attackers next turn. Oh, we get a 2/2 because of the death thing. It's quite the engine. When land enters, put up something on this creature. So we have 11 power. We could just exile that. The question is it necessary? I don't think it is. If he blocks, I'll just sacrifice a lander token. We'll draw a card. Hopefully it's a land. I mean, you would think at some point that we'll be drawing lands here. But unfortunately not. But this can now -6 something. Yeah, I think we are good here. We cannot kill two things. And we still have decent attacks. But a land would be lovely, of course, to play the circuit feeder. Man. It's just crazy. Okay, so this is fine for me. I don't have enough mana to do both, otherwise it would have been a blowout. I'm not going to graph kill anyway, so... I'm going to make sure that I actually hit my land at some point. I'll do some extra damage now. And I'll play the Monolith. We cannot pump it enough times, unfortunately. Let's just go for the Menace dude, because, you know, because it has Menace. It's a land. Wow. And now we can still graph kill it. I'll just keep up graph kill. If he tries to do some kind of whatever spell on his enhancer, we can respond to it. And if he does attack, I'll just block with the Virus Beetle and the 2 robots. Yeah, I don't really care about that too much. Let's just try it. Yep, good game. Well, it went better than the last game, for sure. I wonder if the server is going to crash on me again. Guess we'll find out. So it seems after every game you just get kicked out. So for you, I'm going to edit it all out. But for me, it's going to be a long, long evening. All right. Game number 3. Okay. Man. Cannot keep this. Oh, man. Okay, well, this I'll keep, but it is terrible. Maybe my curve is just not good enough. I have... maybe I have too few 2-drops, and I should play some crappy ones. For instance, instead of this Grove Strider. And now we're stuck on 2 lands, which is abysmal. I hope he plays something which is worth depressurizing. I'll just depressurize that. Mulligan, 2 lands. Mulligan. I'm not going to mulligan again. Yeah, we're definitely dead here. And that's not even helping us ramp at the moment. Maybe if we only hit lands, we can get there. Well, it is a start. Okay, so let's get maximum value out of this. I'm going to proceed to blocks. Oh, this is going to be scary. I'm going to chump with the pollinator. But I'm pretty sure it's already too late. We will destroy that flying artifact creature. We will... Can I even do that? I cannot sacrifice this because it... Oh, I thought I tapped it for mana and then sacrifice it. Next turn. Okay, so Let's just try it like this. It's all I can do pretty much. But we're down to 6. Oh, we're actually not even winning this trade. Well, maybe if he has nothing and we play the Acolyte upcoming turn, we could block with lifelink, but I think we're still dead. Yeah, we're just hitting lands too late. I'm going to remove this Grove Strider because it's just not working. Okay, it might seem like he has no answer, but I think we're still dead. We go to 10. If he equips that, it's very annoying too. Let's see, we got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Guess we're not dead, but putting the counters. Do we survive like this? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Gain 4, no. I think we're dead anyway. He even has something else, never mind. Very annoying. I think I have a good deck, but it's just... We're going to need some really better draws, or maybe better keeps as well. Maybe my keep hand is just bad. Wow, it didn't disconnect. So I'm definitely getting rid of the Grove Strider, putting in a silly 2-drop. And I'll remove a land and I'll put in a Curiosity. Might be the last game. Not really what I expected for this deck, but then again, there might be some major flaws in my deck why it's not working. Also, if you mulligan a 2-lander and then into a 2-lander again, it's not really motivating. We have some removal, we have card draw. All we need yet again is just a 1, 2, or 3 drop. We are quite a creature heavy deck, I think. We just need to get to the late game actually. Maybe I should put in my 4-1 defender instead of the Curiosity. Okay, well that is a creature, but any 2-drop would have been way better for the monolith. Oh, that's actually a very high win rate card, so I'm actually deleting that. Okay. Nothing to use it on, unfortunately. But we get to use it next turn. So it's a strange card because you can also use it on the opponent's creatures, but the opponent can deny taking 1 damage on the creature and losing and drawing a card. Oh. Okay, well, that's not the end of the world. We're just rolling out rares here. I hope he has bad... Okay, well this is actually very good for us because we just get to swing and we have stuff to keep it alive. So I'll just swing, hopefully draw a card, and if he tries to return it, whatever, we'll just burst it. A land now would be great. Yeah, so we can just keep up the burst and relations. Do I care about the Gene Pollinator at the moment? No, I'll just keep up 2 cards. I think at the moment the board state is good for us, and if he taps out to play something, we can just kill it and keep doing what we're doing. I think I want to make use of the vigilance here. Do I? I don't think I need to. Okay, we gain some life. We hopefully get to swing again. That's a decent draw. Let's play the Virus Beetle first. Then into the Gene Pollinator. And pretty soon we can play the Godmaw. And I'm of course keeping this burst up no matter the cost, because I want to keep this Acolyte alive without a doubt. Playing that, and the next turn we can actually play the Godmaw, but I don't think I will, because I want to, as I said before, I think keeping the Elegy Acolyte alive is priority number 1 here. Wonder what he will do. Yeah, I don't think that's what you want to do here. I'm going to attack with the Acolyte and the Beetle, because I know it gets trampled, but I just want to make sure that the damage happens. I wonder what he has. Oh. Okay, so that is actually pretty good for him. Which means we cannot push through with damage anymore. At least not with the Acolyte. But it can also not kill it by blocking it, because it has a counter. Wow, this is surprising actually. Let's draw a card first. Now we need to just... Oh, that also works. I was about to say we just need to top deck a land, but this did the trick. Removal was also good. If we did top deck a land, we could just go Godmaw into land. Okay, I always skip those buttons, by the way. I'm not sure about you guys, but I don't see the point of letting them know if I had fun or not. I mean, what are you going to do with the information? I mean, are you going to, you know, change the shuffler even more? Well, you know, they're trying, I guess. But nothing beats playing this game in real life. Especially drafts, in my opinion. Game number 5. I think this deck has a lot of potential, so you should really focus. Don't keep bad hands, and I think we could still get quite some wins here. Wow, this is very, very nice starting hand. Edge Rover into Depressurize or Seed Impact. All we need to do is find a forest. Of course, we could also depressurize. Don't think he will fail to find. Okay, so he's killing our attacks here. Is it worth depressurizing? I don't think it is. I'm not going... Maybe I'll just block with the Edge Rover to get the... Oh. Okay, so that's something we are going to depressurize. That's a beast. Okay, still no swamp, unfortunately. Let's just go Graph Ship. into a creature. Oh, yes, please. We can actually fill it up and swing next turn, unless he has a removal spell. Which of course he's red-white, so he might. But for 2 mana, I'm not sure. Okay. I'll just let him have 2 lander tokens. If he wants to use his mana for sacrificing instead of removing our stuff, I'm fine with it. And if we survive this turn, I think we are pretty good here. Okay, well that's not the end of the world. I was scared he was going to go for the Acolyte. Wow, apparently it's very difficult to find a green source. He's already got plenty of lander tokens anyway. Okay, I was fearful for a moment that this might be too aggressive, but I think we're okay. Maybe I shouldn't have played a land yet, because now I might draw a forest. So, yeah, I shouldn't have played the land. That was a definite misplay. Because otherwise we could have had the burst up. Okay, that is a problem. At the end, what does it say? Your end step. Well, I'm going to sacrifice it anyway. Let's hope to find our graph kill. Battleship is also reasonable. Yeah, we've got no attacks. And the Bruntar is too strong for our battleship. So we have to find a... ooh. I fear he's going to pop that onto our Acolyte. But we're definitely keeping that alive. And next turn we could attack with these two to make him block with the Bruntar. Wow, this is crazy. Why would you do that? I don't understand. We're just going to filter our deck, get all the lands possible. The problem is it will kill our board mostly, but it also will kill his board mostly. I could go Monolith first, I guess. Oh, it is a creature. I cannot even target it. Yeah, let's just go Monolith. We're still drawing lands, which is interesting. Oh, that would have been a nice draw. Yeah, we cannot kill the kill ship, unfortunately. Now we have a lot of mana, and yet we're still drawing lands. If he attacks with a kill ship, I think I'll attack with these two. Oh, man, he's got a lot of... He's got the exact toughness, which is a problem to us. It shouldn't be a land that we're drawing now. Oh my goodness. What on earth? Yeah, that will help. This is so annoying. Yeah. That might help. This is not enough. Do we have any non-land permanents? We have a reach creature. We'll have 6 mana. It's not strong enough to block, unfortunately. I don't think I can mill much more. This is so annoying. No, I played all my lands from the graveyard. We're at 11 cards. So I guess we'll mill again. I hope that we mill a land, but wow. Now do I play the feeder? I don't think I do. He's got such big boys. Graph kill would really help. We didn't mill it yet. Okay, so he's also hitting a 1-drop, which is not amazing, but he can tap stuff down, which will be problematic. Well, we have to play the circuit feeder and the curiosity, I think. If we swing with all these, is this enough? Because I can still play 2 lands. I have 11. I'll still have 6. I think I can do both. Creatures you control. Yeah, I think this will be enough for the swing here. We'll go circuit feeder. And we'll minus, we'll plus every... Do we have a trampler? This one is trample, so that's good enough. We'll minus the flyer. And I just assume that it's enough with the trample and stuff. But that was a good top deck. Glacial Godmaw, what a beast. I didn't expect us to get there, especially because he had these creatures which were exactly out of our battleship reach. We're back in platinum, that's nice. Alright, so we are 3 and 2, which is good enough, I think. I I don't expect too much. But he had a nice deck, and I think the thing that surprised me is that he curved out very well at the end, sacrificing the creature for 6, getting a big enchantment thing. Yeah, this I can dig. Pollinator into Stinger, into Monolith. Some drawing action. Yep. At least it's a good start. I'm not sure, of course, how good it will go, but I'll definitely do my best. It has to be Gene Pollinator, because next turn I can double spell. I can play Edge Rover and Stinger. Okay. Now maybe this Stinger can start dealing some damage, especially if he plays a valuable creature. Ooh! That's very, very neat. We are drawing a lot of lands. Let's just see what we draw first before we start doing anything crazy. Graph skip is okay. Graph ship. Oh, he doesn't have creatures. So well, for now. Kind of looked like he didn't, because he skipped past the first end combat phase so quickly. He shouldn't be using it on my creature, that's for sure. Yeah, well, it is value, but of course it's not good value. Okay, so we have a Curiosity. Well, definitely. Yeah, I'm just going to burst that. Doesn't it get hexproof? Oh, it doesn't get hexproof. Wow. So now we can just safely tap. I thought he got hexproof, but it didn't. But we still got to draw a card. Wow, that's a lot of action. When a creature dies, you draw a card, or the Cave Crasher. I think it has to be the Crasher. Okay, so next turn we can go in for some flying damage. Of course, still hoping to find a removal spell for the worm here. Let's not get too hasty. Burst is nice. It needs one more. Do we need the burst badly is the question. Okay, fine with that. And we'll just go Curiosity. Hope he doesn't have a board wipe. Circuit Fear, so I think the Pollinator is dying. Or the Graph Ship, of course. let's get a bit aggressive here. And then we'll keep up the burst in case he blocks. Well, that's a lot of lands. I should have sacrificed the last lander token, but I can also use it on the next turn. If he does have a board wipe, okay, good game. Alright, alright. Well, I expected those two cards to actually work together, the Crasher together with the 2/4 that it gives excellent landfall, but it really works. Milled and drew a lot of lands, but we actually got there in the end. 4 and 2. Now the last two games are more in a way that I expected the deck to work instead of the first few ones, because they were quite a struggle with the lack of lands. But I'm not sure if I can make it to the trophy. I'll try. Definitely. So lander token, pollinator, potential board wipe, but only 6 drops. We're on the draw. Yeah, let's just hope he's not aggressive. Okay, well that's pretty decent. Maybe I should have done the other way around, because the pollinator first, then I would have had 1 mana. I don't know what I would have done with 1 mana, but let's just go. We'll sacrifice the lander token. Next turn we can go monolith into pollinator and actually get a card, which is good. And I'm definitely getting a swamp, so that at some point we can play the circuit feeder. I hope he does tap out somewhat, so that our monolith won't get counterspelled. So I don't think I will play the monolith just yet. Or I could do a nasty trick and just see if... Yeah, so it's on the stack. I'm just going to risk it. Oh, I shouldn't have risked it. Oh, I was about to say, I'm too hasty. So I was probably just going to put a stun counter on it now, but we got our card back, so that's good. And if he's not going to do it. He can still do it in his turn though. So we have the battleship. Circuit feeder for 3. Which is not big enough for a worm, unfortunately. I guess we're going to get 5'd here, unfortunately. Could block with the edge rover, we would still have an artifact for the circuit feeder, of course. But we can take a few more hits. Life is a resource. That's a very, very good card. Let's see what we draw. That's actually a decent draw here. And I'm just going to try to kill the worm. Because if he actually does counter it, so be it. We will still have the robot artifact, which will get us to 5. It's all part of my plan if you counter it. Okay. So we can still kill it next turn and we'll only get 2 damage. I assume it will be pretty much all he played. And he doesn't have a counter spell, otherwise I think he would have used a counter spell. Or maybe we had 2 mana left. Engineer is a good card as well. We could also start saving some cards and just slam the battleship. But if he taps out to play the worm, I'll definitely play the feeder. He paid 1 too much there. What do you do? Why did this thing not cost as much? Okay. I'll draw a card first. Now we could go battleship, but circuit feeder is probably the best one here. Okay. I don't care about the relic at the moment, because he can just sacrifice it in response. I'll just keep up the impact in case he plays anything. And we'll play the Stinger next turn. Battleship will unfortunately also fully wipe our board. So I'll just try and get in damage, keep some stuff in hand. And as long as it's just 2/2s he's going to make, I'm fine with it. Oh. Now he didn't counter the circuit feeder, so I'm just going to assume that he's also not going to do it right now. And if we actually choose to wipe the board next turn, we will still have the Godmaw. And now I can see if he's going to block something, he's probably going to double block the I'm keeping... Oh, of course it is Vigilance. Wow. Okay. I shouldn't have kept this back. That was a misplay. I was going to say I'm going to need to tap something, but of course I could have just, you know. So this is 315. It's not lethal unless I pop the lander token here. Yep. Draw 2 cards, that's very strong. I assume he has nothing else. I'm just going to sacrifice the lander token to also kill this Uthros dude, which name is very hard for me to pronounce. So I don't think we can keep it alive actually. But I think it's still, well, could kill that, then ours would not die, but we would not get a landfall trigger. I'm just going to sacrifice the, it's going to die anyway. And we'll find a swamp. I should have attacked with the stupid token as well. And I think we have to finish this fast. We should be able to, with the lander token up and the regular landfall trigger. And we can even play the stinger before it because it gets vigilance and haste. Now, of course, we have nothing here. And he assume. Okay, so he just took my Godmaw, which is annoying. But we can just destroy his enchantment. But we'll get it back tapped, I think. But then again, we'll still have the trigger. So if he doesn't play a flying creature or whatever here, I'll just jump. I don't want to take any risk. I'm just going to assume that he has nothing. So I'll do the usual thing here. I'll play the stinger. I'll play the impact on the tractor beam. And we'll get 2 landfall triggers and it's plenty. Yep. Good game. Glacial Godmaw, yet again. MVP. I'm going to see if I can put this art into the YouTube thing because it's amazing. It's very hard, by the way, to find high definition big art of the cards. I wish they would just... I assume that whenever the artists make it, they make it on something big. Maybe there's a site, but I have not found it where they just upload all the high definition big art stuff. Okay, I hope he plays an artifact or enchantment. That is not an artifact or enchantment, unfortunately. Man, we've seen this battleship pretty much every time. Oh. Yeah, that's a card that we were missing. Nice. So this could be the end of it. We're not drawing a land, and we drew the sorcery and the battleship instead of some 2 or 3 drops, unfortunately. But that's the risk of keeping a hand like that. Maybe it was a bad keep, I guess. I just hope he plays a cheap artifact or enchantment. Yeah. Yeah. That's a bit of a sour ending, to be honest. Really need a land here. Oh. Definitely going to exile that or destroy that. Well, it can block, which I will. What do you do? 5 mana, sacrifice this creature. Return to a creature space. Yeah, I think I have to kill that. Okay. I don't want him to get his Void Forge Titan back or whatever. Oh, that's an annoying card. 4/1 menace whenever he attacks, put a counter on something. It's a land, which is nice. Definitely exiling that. We have the weft. We have nothing to play the burst on. And there's a chance we will still play the feeder. So we might still have a few draw steps here to find our missing lands. Okay. No lands. We've never hit a land with the pull through the weft. As I said, we lack self-mill for this to be an amazing card. But 5 mana get some stuff back is good enough. I hope he keeps putting little to no pressure. And then we'll just play the Stinger and the Relations. It deals damage. So yeah, we can kill anything. So I hope he plays something big which we can kill. No. Okay, well I'm going to have to kill his pretty much only threat at the moment. Or try to kill it. Wow. 2 removal spells. Okay, so that doesn't have menace, but I think it's going to be difficult for us now. Circuit Feeder doesn't kill anything. Yeah, we're just dead here. Well, you know, that was a bit unfortunate. Maybe I just kept the wrong hand. I'm not even sure. If you have any opinion on it, please do let me know. I didn't think it was too bad, but I think the deck overall was pretty decent. But I just missed some good 2-drops to play. So I had the Fire's Beetle, the Stinger, I had the Pollinator. But that's about it. So, and I don't really think this is a good card. I'm sorry. Now, thank you for watching. If you like what I did, feel free to click some of those buttons because it helps me out. And I really hope to see you in the next one. And until that, peace.
Grab the card, shuffle dreams in the palms. Dad's drafts roll heavy, we bombing like psalms. Stacks on the table, strategies the flex. Running these lines like counterspell checks. Dad drafts in the zone, pulling rares from the throne. Mana on the stack, magic seeds we've sown. From poppers to planeswalkers, the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown.